So today we're going to set up our new current cost meter. This is the ENVI product, which comes from the UK, from a company that claims to have sold over 700,000 of these. This is their second generation monitor. Anyway, first off, you pull off the plastic protective cover, and we're going to power it up in back here. Put the transformer in the back. Go ahead and plug it in. Give it some power. There it goes. Now notice that the wattage is not, there's lines here, doesn't say 0. That means that it hasn't been paired with its transmitting unit yet. So here's the transmitting unit, and notice the plastic tab here. Pull that out to activate the battery. And now you see that it's paired up. It has a 0 where it says watts. Next we're going to set the clock. This is pretty easy, I hope. Push the OK center button here until the light flashes down here, and now the hours is blinking. We're going to go use the down arrow. What is it, about 11:05? So we've got the 11 hour. Now I'm going to press the center button again, and now that blinks. We're going to go down to 11:06 maybe. That's pretty close. Hit the center button a third time, and it returns. That was easy. Now we're going to mention that if for any reason you notice that the 0 is not here, but instead it has straight lines across the top, that means that you need to pair the device with its transmitter unit. So to do so, you would press and hold this button down for 9 seconds until it starts to flash here, and then that should pair up with the device. Now this house happens to have the electric meter on the exterior of the house, and so you should only attempt this if you're comfortable working around electrical equipment, and if you're not, you should have an electrician, a licensed or at least a qualified person, do this for you. What we're going to do is open up the panel. This side is the customer service side. This is the utility side over here. Typical service. This is the service disconnect right here. The first thing you have to do before you open the panel is shut the power off, just like that. It's supposed to be labeled. It's generally the largest breaker on the list. Now I'm going to remove the screw down here, but before I do, I'm going to take off my rings. Alright, now I'm going to take off the screw here. Don't lose the screw when you take it out. And the way these things generally work is there's no hinge, they're just a piece of metal. So pull it away carefully. You don't want to let it fall back too far. There could be live electrical parts back in there. Now, the way this works is your power comes from the utility, goes through here, and comes into the panel through this breaker right here. So here, you notice we have the power comes in from the meter through here and comes into the main breaker through these two hard bars, these bus bars. And that makes live, once this switch is thrown, it makes live the entire bus bar along the back, and then each of the breakers plugs into that bus bar. So what we've done by turning this off is we've shut off that back panel, and all of these lugs are now off. So that means you can work inside of the panel. The only thing that's live in here are the two screws right here on the other side of this. If there's any damage, you want to stop and have somebody else come out and take a look at it. If there's any nicks in this wire, or if you see any evidence of burning or melting of electrical insulation, you want to stop right away. Alright, next what we do is we take the transmitter unit and we see if it's going to fit in here. Now, one of the things I like about this particular unit is that it has its own battery, so you don't need to actually connect it up with the electric power. It's going to be self-powered. The flip side of that is that it's actually quite large and can be hard to fit into the typical electrical panel. So fortunately, it looks like we're going to be able to make this fit down here, but I am going to need to move some wire around to make that happen. So that's what I'm going to do right now.